Tall as the prize for the game we have today. A battle that puts the spotlight on these two great institutions as we wait to see who will walk out with a sharp piece of hardware. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Golden Gophers will kick it off to get us underway. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So Wisconsin's offense will get first crack at it today. The battle for the Aggies has been built on close, contentious, hard-fought, down-to-the-wire games. That was not the case last year's Minnesota won in a blowout.
This is a big opportunity, I think, for Minnesota. If they could win in yet another blowout, think how much that would help their recruiting. These two schools, they recruit the same kids, so a big opportunity here for Minnesota.
They recruit the same kids. They're built the same way, built on physicality, built on toughness. This rivalry, the Axe, all of it means something, and especially when you lost big the year before, you're going to have something to say about it today.
Smith wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Pullman. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Gives it on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hilton. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Badgers are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Off over the middle, it's Reynolds. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Badgers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Rushes on him. He's got it on the move. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Smith dropping to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Touchdown, Wisconsin! This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Finds his man. It's Russell. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Just keeps swinging it. Makes the catch. It's Tracy. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving.
The short hands. It's Reed. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Dropping back, it's Lindsey. That's caught. It's Tracy. Smashes through the tackle. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Lets it go to the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the 1st row.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this 1st drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down.
Zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Each Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about it.
Firing down the left side. The 20. He's at the touchdown Badger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. We've had some early action here as they take over trailing 13-7. To the air, it's Lindsey. Looking left. And his throw is incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. A strike downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Russell. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Off the play fake on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To throw, it's Lindsey. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And they try to spread it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Snagged in the middle. It's Reed. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-down turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Give to the running back. Got some room to run. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Badgers have moved it inside the 20. He's got it on the right. Turning it on. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Badgers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Smith wants to throw. Big fella moving. And he strides his way into the end. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. This axe means so much to both Minnesota and Wisconsin. But, Jesse, my question is, have you ever used an axe?
Improperly, and I almost chopped off my ankle.
There he goes to the right. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. And off to Jones. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that.
He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're...
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency.
Breaks into the open. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Shoots it to the left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Reed. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Line getting set on second down. They send the tight end in motion. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He uncorks one deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Smith dropping to pass. Pulls it in. There he goes. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pulls it in. It's Jones. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
To the there on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, he has to throw for it. It's on target and complete. Touchdown, Badgers! Kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Got it in the middle, it's Glenn. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Golden Gophers are marching down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And they did tack on the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. The give to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Grabbed in the middle, it's Reynolds. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Haven't seen a lot of that in this game so far. This offense has been clicking on all cylinders, lighting up the scoreboard, high level of execution. They were looking good on this drive until that play right there. And finally, the defense is able to make something positive happen from themselves on a critical third down.
The Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for room, it's Russell.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
To the air, it's Lindsey. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Trying play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And this guy continues to pour on the stats. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. He's off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. This time it's complete. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you build up.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Badgers getting that pass rush from the second level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys, they're tough guys, but one thing you have to have in Wisconsin for defense, versatility.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And Jesse just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
To the air, it's Lindsey. They're working that left side. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
He's got it and still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
They'll line up to go for 2. They want to throw it. Got his man quickly. Tripped up for the tackle.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the two-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll keep it himself. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Smith dropping to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Second and 10, he'll throw again. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And the Badgers in a good spot here with second and short. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Now facing third and short from their own 17. Smith wants to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Glenn. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Russell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big third down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
And the Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play.
And he will score! Touchdown, Minnesota! These two teams just trading body shots and haymakers.
And we talked about it all week. These two teams, just great teams going at it. Who's going to make the plays late? Who's not going to make the plays? But we knew this was going to be a huge battle because these teams are so good and so evenly matched.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 17 over Kentucky. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Jones. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Badgers will call on their punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This is what you dream of, isn't it? Waning seconds, football in your hands, a chance to etch your name in this moment in the rich history of this rivalry. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Catch in the middle, it's Tracy. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tracy. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw, and not much time to work with. Oh, dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like
a shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes zero, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Smith wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And the Badgers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in the coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put
Unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Caught over the middle. It's Reed. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down, makes a grab past the marker. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. 1st and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. No interest in another overtime. They'll go for 2 and the win. He's looking to pass. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
This is the championship game in the Big Ten Conference. A precious trophy with a long tradition to battle for here. But also a game that's been a launching pad into the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Colts here in Indianapolis, Indiana. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Turner choosing to field this one. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. The Golden Gophers offense is up first today. And it comes down to this after a brutal season schedule. All these teams have poured into it, and now one final showdown, Kirk. And one of these teams walks off this field tonight as conference champions.
Well, if you talk to these coaches, and especially the players, Chris, you get the sense that this game means a lot. Opportunity to become conference champs, and also you win this game, who knows how it can impact you at that next step into the postseason. So let's see who the better team is and who's going to become the conference champion.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Bootleg looking to throw. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. To the air, it's Washington, bringing pressure. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Webb. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. And the Terrapins trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Receiver in motion now. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
Solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard. Now, a crucial third down and goal. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him.
And the Minnesota offense takes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. A deep shot to the right. Oh, it's dropped to Schmitz for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The offense with some pre-snap motion. On first down, it's play action. Pass rush gets home.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Takes off in a bootleg. Grab down the middle. It's Russell. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45. The Golden Gophers pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Pulls it in. It's Tracy. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Getting set. Here's second down. Play fake, looking to throw. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact. That penalty would be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I'm sure that player's going to get an earful from the coach. And the Golden Gophers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his...
He makes the catch. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Scanning the field. It's Lindsey. Catch in the end zone. Successful two-point conversion.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for two. Great throw.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot. Looking to find the end zone this time. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. That's reeled in. It's McLaurin. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. And completion makes it second and short. Breaks into open space. Brought down the crosses midfield to the 46.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense loved to play the RPO game. And here early, they pick up some big yards.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Just flings it out of bounds and pass rush closing in. Second down play coming up for this offense. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Makes the grab. It's Manning. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Here's a screen pass to the running back. You make the tackle inside the 30. It'll be first down there. The guys up front line up. It's first down. And there's the handoff.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Quick throw out left, complete.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Pass caught, can he get in? Tackle at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. The Terrapins hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Here's the option play. Pitch to the back. Brought down quickly after the pitch. The defense reading that option very well. Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal. And the motion by the bag now forces the defense to adjust. Pressure is coming. And he's in. Touchdown. Off the play fake on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play brings up second down.
I know this guy believes in his receivers. I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there. But throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
The pocket breaking down. Top over the middle. It's Tracy. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun to hand off. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. The Golden Gophers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it with room to run. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35. Booker, Maryland has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped into the field, ready now for the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Defense is coming after him. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Grab down the middle. It's Reed. Completion, that's about 9 yards. Not enough for the first, and it's fourth down. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Looks to the left, pass caught. He stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Fresh set of downs. First and goal. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. And the back gets the football. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. So no gain on second down. Now it's third and goal from the 2. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He's going to lose ground on the run. Now it's going to bring up fourth and short. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with it.
And it's picked off in the end zone.